My bad. Got too big in a hurry. Anyway, we're back now. Alright. Now we can get everything going here. Aeronaut to Haynes, the leader. Barksdale, Scott, Von Dell, the top five. We're rolling. There it is. We're rolling again from Daytona. Of course, apologize again for the no sound. Was in a hurry trying to get everything set back up for this one. Nonetheless, the field storms their way down the back straightaway. McCullough's going to look to the outside lane again with Aubrey Thompson. Haynes and Von Dell in the middle. Majority going to the bottom. Some to the middle, but McCullough and Thompson works their way through turn three on the outside. Really not giving them any favors tonight. Stephen Scott Jr. in the middle up to fourth. Von Dell trying to get his... Well, Von Dell really just trying to get the victory lane tonight. Be a great story for Von Dell to return to victory lane. Right now, he's got to go through a field of cars. But right now, Jared Haynes leads over Azranoff. 2x2 for the next two rows. Down the back straightaway field, pretty much maintains single file for the most part. Right now, Mark Von Dell will lead going into turn three. Of course, Daytona under the lights. Right on board with Jared Haynes. Right now, you're going to see a push to the back bumper. Outside lane still working. Here comes Stephen Scott Jr. On the outside, getting pushed by Joshua McCullough. Right now, Scott will lead him off four. Von Dell slide right back to second. Joshua McCullough still trying to make that outside lane work with the 6-6-1 to Joey. And how about Joseph Allen working himself up into the top five? Right now, 32 to go. Well, still green flag pit stop is inevitable. And it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming unless there's a caution, to say the least. Right now, on back through the field. Trevor Azranoff just riding. Right now, riding in 8th at the moment. You're right on board with Azranoff. Of course, had a great run going at Bristol. Matter of fact, I believe he finished 4th. Trying to capitalize that, trying to get 2 top 5 finishes in a row with the Jack Shack number 89. He follows right behind the 7 of Jared Haynes, as a matter of fact. Down the back straightaway. Joey out to the lead, getting pushed by Joseph Allen. Right now, Joey's your leader. Well, Steven Scott still working in second. Joseph Allen having a great run, still working outside lane. Trying to hold on to third. Really would like to get the lead here from the outside. He'll get it for a moment down the back straightaway. And Allen will get it. Only back. Down and back straightaway, 29 laps to go for Daytona. Joseph Allen still leads. But really, the big struggle is going to be for Barksdale and McCullough to try to maintain that spot. Where they're at, really. If I was them, I'm going to drop down. Right in the line, Joey almost gets turned by Steven Scott. They hold on to it, and that's really what Barksdale and McCullough needed. However, Barksdale weren't able to get down to the bottom of the racetrack. They're going to storm down the back straightaway again. Right now, side by side, entering turn 3. Right now, Barksdale working outside lanes. Got help now. Steven Scott Jr. up in the mix. Aubrey Thompson, Matthew Patton trying to make something happen. Well, now we're back even. Right now, 3 wide action. 1 car all the way down to Everett Joy, the Savage. Barksdale down to the bottom. Finally going to get clear. Joseph Allen. Right now, McCullough, Scott, and Thompson to work that outside lane. Right now, the Raging Idiot pit strategy link. Right now, everybody pretty much pitted under that last caution. Everybody now on a 10 to 11 laps stint length. The reason some are short than others, a lot of them pitted under the last. A lot of them pitted with the 1 to go just to get a quick splash of fuel and get back out there. So the pit window's been pushed back a little bit, as right now 26 laps to go. Through the front straightaway, Barksdale's going to get it barely. McCullough right there on his quarter panel, trying to keep him within striking range. Well, really, Josh was going to need a massive run coming off of turn number 2. But to do that, he's going to need Steven Scott to push him along with Thompson as well. Try to make something happen. Does not look like it'll happen here. Or will it? Not yet. Not quite yet. Matter of fact, Scott's going to look to the outside. Either the car is blowing up. Thompson will go to the bottom. That's really going to affect Joshua McCullough's run along with Steven Scott. McCullough's going to concede. Drop down behind Thompson in 5th. Right now, you see Steven Scott still the odd man out, hung out to dry. 24 laps to go, down and back straightaway, and now right now. Right now, it is just a saving part of the race. Try to make it to the next pit stop. If I ain't mistaken, the last green flag pit stop will make it. Right now, Barstow continues to lead over Joseph Allen. Steven Scott still trying to make the outside lane happy. He's got help again this time. In the form of Matthew Lee, Kenneth McCullough, and Joey the Savage now down the back straightaway. Steven Scott with the lead for the moment. Going to immediately have to give it right back up, entering turn 3, staying side by side with Barksdale. Going to try to get the run off of 4. Steven Scott Jr. to the lead finally. Matthew Lee will now pull that outside lane. Of course, really, if you don't want, really, the person you want behind you pushing you to try to get you through the corner. As a matter of fact, Matthew Lee all the way through the corner off of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Bottom lane either got checked up big time or not sure what happened there, but either way, Lee, McCullough, and Joey all the way to the front. Gonna shuffle Steven Scott and Barksdale back even more. Right on board Matthew Lee. Where's Lee coming off of a 3rd place finish at Bristol? Get a push right to the back bumper on McCullough. Down the back straightaway. You gotta think green flag pit stop's coming up here at some point. Halfway down, halfway to go, 20 to go. Well, just the way it appears, the green flag pit stops will be coming up. Just the way everybody's driving or trying to get to that point. From there, we're going to see the real players who can get on and off pit road with ease. And really the ones who can execute on pit road will be the ones that will take home a win tonight. Live from Daytona, as here comes the majority of them. Well, we thought it was going to be a majority of them. As a matter of fact, it's only 3. You got Steven Scott, Michael Barksdale, Joseph Allen, the key, the common denominator. They have all been at the front for the majority of the night. They'll come in with on an 18-lap stint. Down the back straightaway, Matthew Lee continues to lead over McCullough. And Joey from there, really the other Joey, running in 4th. Aubrey Thompson now followed by McCullough, Vondale, Hayes, Azronoth, and Patton. Joseph Allen, black flag. Fast entering more than likely. Here comes the rest of the field. Oh, one driver sent sideways. They'll save it for the most part. They're still bouncing off each other. Good gosh almighty, damn. Well, that being said, the field is in. Well, meanwhile, we'll focus back in on the other ones. Well, right now, Barksdale by himself for the moment. Of course, well, Joseph Allen still got to come in. Serve that black flag anyway, so it'll more or less work out for. It's going to more or less work out Or for really Michael Barksdale. And Steven Scott Jr. more than with a wheel. Joseph Allen, but either way, Allen will stay out this time. 661 to Joey, black flag as well. Well, there's two drivers whose nights are done. Unless there's a caution, I have no doubts now with 18 to go, there will be a caution again. Right now, McCullough will look to the outside again. Lead up the blocks, going to open the door for Joey to get to the bottom with Advernaut and Kenneth McCullough now. And Joshua immediately bailed right back out. Just right in line. Right now, Jared Haynes and Aubrey Thompson will latch on to this group. After green flag pit stop, 7 drivers with still in contention to win. Right now, Joey Masavage leads over Trevor Advernaut, Kenneth, and Joshua McCullough. Matthew Lee, Jared Haynes, Aubrey Thompson. That's the top 7 in this league group. You say that. And here comes Vondale, Patton, Barksdale, and the rest. Storming up the outside, Michael Barksdale. God, too mighty, damn. Well, that all came from the run they got off of turn 2, down the back straightaway, and Barksdale's going to rock it out to a 3/10 of a second lead. And right now, Steven Scott Jr. trying to catch him back, but they'll get him. They'll get Barksdale. The big thing is the run they're going to have right now. Allen not for position, trying to get his lap back down the back straightaway. Well, of course, they're going to leave Joseph Allen out to dry. Going to be 14 to go at the line. Still single flat out for the most part, 14 to go. Well, really the question can be asked, at what time is it time to go? Some drivers, the question varies. Some say they'd rather wait until the last lap. Some rather do it earlier than that. Well, rest assured, they're not going to let Barksdale lead this whole thing to the end. Barksdale led 6 laps so far, the most out of any driver. 13 to go. Right now, 13 to go. Does anybody got any picks other than the grandma with the walker? On back through the field. Well, normally I'd give you a pick, but I really ain't got one at the moment. 12 to go. Got to go and really Not a whole lot of action either. They're short on fuel. But they're just riding out to the very end, 1 of the 2. Right now, you look at Kim McCullough's dashboard, full throttle. For the most part, I'm sure it varies elsewhere, but right now, Barksdale. Damn, is that what happened? Kenny, I guess the good news is you still got tomorrow night to win with midnight, which of course will be right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network starting at midnight. But down the back straightaway, Barksdale still holds almost say damn. About 2 or 3 truck lengths, as a matter of fact. Well, maybe a little bit less than that. Again, they are actually going 75% throttle. Well, Barksdale's in this time. So Michael Barksdale in the pits with 10 laps to go. Ow. Right now, the 661 of Joy had to race. Joseph Allen still 1 lap down. Michael Barksdale just exiting the pits, and now it's in the hands of Stephen Scott Jr. Going to be 9 to go when they get back around. Right now, at the moment, they're, to be honest with you, they're waiting till the very end. They're gonna wait till the very end to really try and make this run. Try to take a shot at it. Right now, Matthew Patton right on board with Joey. That 7's been through a lot tonight. Was involved on the lap 1 incident. Worked himself back up in the 3rd right now. Biggest mover of the race. Stephen Scott Jr. up 10 spots from where he started. And with 8 to go, leads. Here comes Matthew Lee and Jared Haynes. As Renault sees it well, so is Thompson. The race is on. Matthew Lee with a massive run. Here comes Astronaut back down to the bottom. Jared Haynes with him. And what Kenny Real said might be coming to fruition. Down the back straightaway, Thompson bails back down to the bottom. Trevor Astronaut to the lead. Astronaut's led 2 laps so far tonight in county. Has been waiting for the moment to where he can finally do something. Right at the line, Astronaut leads, 7 to go. Right now, outside lane, Matthew Lee now got the McCulloughs in tow with him. Along with Von Dell, if he can get up there. Oh, Astronaut almost gets turned out onto her. And the wall. Astronaut in the wall, able to hold on to it, keep his draft. Not lost the draft yet. He ain't gonna lose it. Gonna draw it right back behind Joseph Allen. Gonna work himself back up to the front with 6 laps to go. Matthew Lee to the lead, trying to wrestle it for Jared Haynes. Right now, side by side. 5 laps to go from Daytona. Right now, well, the big issue now for the bottom lane is, one, Thompson really ain't pushing the 7 on that much, and now the majority of the field, well, let's take that back. Now they're back even again, middle and bottom lane. Before to go, man, you know, Matthew Lee wants to get clear of. Careful. Well, right now, 4 laps to go. Right now, it appears they're at a stalemate. Well, Matthew Lee down to the bottom, is going to leave it up to McCullough for that outside lane. Well, MMS 1, 2, and 3 on the outside. Well, and then really, of course, you got the McCulloughs, who last time we did MMS was Wednesday night, where both the McCulloughs went head to head in the last man standing match. Well, really, the last man standing race. Joshua McCullough able to knock off Kim McCullough, last to eliminate him. As right now they come up on a lap truck of Michael Barksdale. Adronoff looks to the outside, gonna try to make it 3. Ain't gonna be able to do it. Speaking of 3 laps to go. Down back straightaway. Vondale stepped outside for a moment, thought about it, blended right back in line. Oh, contact with Patton and Vondale, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Well, Hay will wrestle back to the bottom lane. Going to try to clear Matthew Lee off of turn 4, not going to work. 2 laps to go. Well, I'm going to say this. Really, I want to say this part. Whether I ain't got enough fuel or not, go ahead and try to push and get what you can. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, that'll just be it. The white flag be up this time by, and then nobody's really going to want to hold anything back. All right, well, Steven Scott will be in this time. So an 0-1 driver cannot make it. Who can make it and who won't? White flag. Right now, Thunder down the back straightaway. McCullough's going to try to get the run down the back straightaway. He's got help from Joshua McCullough. Well, right now, I do not think the outside lane is going to have enough. As they work through the turn 3, banking for the final time. Vondale trying to make it 3 wide. Trying to make up any ground he can. 1 mile for own. Off of turn 4. For the final time, McCullough, Lee at the line. Kenneth McCullough to victory lane, barely. Man, oh man, 6,000ths of a second. Well, you talking about it? Oh, Astronaut, God dang. Astronaut hard into the wall. And Kenneth McCullough, second in Bristol, first in Daytona. Matthew Lee second Joshua McCullough third. Jared Haynes, Matthew Patton rounds out the top 5. Man, oh man. We'll let McCullough take a minute and celebrate if he's got any fuel left. Joshua's going to spin him on around anyway. Ken McCullough, of course, finished second, the last man standing on Wednesday. Finished second in Bristol, kind of overdue for a win. Let's get him in here. Ken McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, what did we just talk about in Bristol? Second at night. Maybe we'll talk to you again at night. Went one step up. Just take us through the race, because I'll be damned you waited till the last minute to try to get the pass made.
Yeah, Josh was cooked there. He was bowling. I don't know how he didn't blow it. He was threatening to go third on me there, and I mean I'd understand if he had to. Probably would have been his best option to win the race, but glad he stayed there with me and pushed me to the victory there.
Well, just take me through the race. Really, since the update, this is the first time I've seen the trucks in action at Daytona. Can you really tell a difference between the old update and then this new update with the trucks, or is it pretty much just the same? And pretty much how much of it was a fuel-saving race since the last green flag pit stop happened?
Yeah, it was definitely a fuel mileage race, and I cannot stand to run fuel mileage race. I misjudged the fuel there for this race. Usually race in Talladega, so don't do a whole lot of Daytona. Net code's usually pretty bad over here, but yeah, the race in general was pretty good. Besides the trying to save fuel and all. I don't know if there's a big difference in the truck. We'll be able to tell a little difference if we get 20, 30 cars and then see what we got.
Well, buddy, I know it's late. Well, getting late, quarter after 10 or quarter after 11 here on the East Coast. So, of course, you went to Bristol, finished second. Tonight, you're the winner. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked you earlier. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know it was a small field, but some really good racing in both races. A little too many cautions at Bristol, but hey, we went green all the way here, so guess you can't get them all that way. But yeah, thank you for doing the broadcast, and thank Josh there for staying with me and getting me to the win.
All right, buddy. Ken McCullough, your winner tonight from Daytona. And, hell, been a good night, ain't it?
Yes, sir, it has been. I take it, that's for sure. It don't happen all the time.
No, it does not. All right, buddy. Congratulations again on the win tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
Yep. With that being said, get Matthew Lee in here. Matthew Lee, Garrett Jenkins again. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, 0.06 of a second will be the difference tonight. Man,
Yep.
just take us through it. Really, where you're hoping that you can get another big push from the 12, or were you pretty much just dead in the water at that point?
I was hoping he had enough to get me there. Is I can do in that spot other than just hold a good wheel, and that's what I tried to do. If I moved up in front of Kenny the last time I was clear, cars stack up, I get split, something happens out of my control. So, I was just hoping that Jared had enough to push me to the win. If not, I finished second. So, not a bad night.
Well, buddy, not a bad night at all. Finished third. Well, there's a little bit of a trend here tonight. McCullough finished second. He'll go on to win the race tonight. You finished third in Bristol. We'll go on to finish second here in Daytona. So, hell, the next time we talk to you, will it be in the winner's circle?
I sure hope so, buddy. If not, oh well. It's fun.
Well, buddy, last question. Last question before I let you head out tonight. Is there anybody want to thank again? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, just Kenny putting on the race, you doing the broadcast. All the guys that showed up. A lot of fun. It was a good race.
All right, buddy. Matthew Lee will come in second tonight. From Daytona. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Yep. Well, that being said, go through the final results real quick. Well, it was not 160 laps tonight, but of course, in a hurry to reset everything. Regardless, Ken McCullough is your winner. Matthew Lee, Joshua McCullough, Jared Haynes, Matthew Patton in top 5. Then you got Thompson, Vondale, Astronaut, The Savage, Steven Scott Jr., Joseph Allen, Michael Barksdale, Joey will round out the field tonight. Kenny Real round out the field in 14th. Well, I'll say this, a little bit of a, it was a fun night, personally. I'll tell you it's a fun night. It's nice every once in a while to mix up the races. Of course, everybody tunes in for super speedway action for the most part, but it did feel good to try and get Bristol, and did run Bristol in. Bit of a change of scenery. I know some people might not liked it, but would appear the drivers, some of the drivers, myself included, loved the Bristol Daytona doubleheader tonight. Of course, Kevin McCullough will end the night with the win at Daytona. And tomorrow night, MMS live from, I believe it's going to be Daytona tomorrow night for, or not MMS, but midnight. As the road to the playoffs continues for the Midnight Racing League for the Super Speedway Series, of course. Let's see, I actually get confirmation right now. Yep, so Daytona Trucks, 12 a.m. Eastern for the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. And you can catch the action right here tomorrow night. Until then, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a good night.